Hello everyone, welcome back to Clementine Creative. My name is Clementine. I am back after 2 weeks, almost 3 weeks, but well, 2 weeks I had a break. I had a lot of fun, and me and my friends definitely played a lot of games and just, enjoyed the break while we had the chance to enjoy it. But now we're back. This video is certainly one day late. I had some weather problems here, and there was a storm and I had to unplug the computer. I don't want to risk a lightning striking in our electricity thing and just frying my computer. That would be really bad. So better safe than sorry. So that's why this video is a bit late, but with no worries, we have a video this week. So what am I doing here? Obviously it's not character concept art for the project, Egyptia project that we were doing before I went on a break. Now, what I'm doing here is I'm drawing manga. Manga is something that I drew way before I actually even, excuse me, that was just, I have a full nose. I was just crying, watched a really sad scene. I have a bit of a full nose right now, but anyways, manga is something I basically drew way before video games, and I really enjoy it. It's my fundamental, I guess it's a fundamental or a pillar of fundamentalness of my drawing, because that's where I basically learned everything. I never drew from life or anything like that. Manga was the only thing I always, or I ever wanted to draw. Of course, later on, that moved on to video game or a video game concept art. So I wanted to do a bit of a different video. We're always doing concept art for video games. I just wanted to go away from that for a bit and draw some manga. So you're gonna see me do that. Well, the process is basically the same designing wise. You make a sketch or a thumbnail of the design. So that's what you're going to see after I'm done doing this pose. We can see it's a very built pose. This character is certainly buffed, has a lot of muscle, very anime-like. A lot of anime characters are really buff, and that was something I was going for. So here I'm just now designing what this character will look like. This character, if it was for a video game, it would be for a game like Mortal Kombat, but the style I drew it in was more manga aimed, right? But I'm thinking of actually painting this character out, I don't know, some other time. But like I said before, I didn't want to return this week with a concept art video, continuing where we left off. I actually want to do something else, and that's what I like about being an artist. I get to do many different things, I don't have to settle down for one. And being able to do manga and concept art, at the same time is really nice, and that's what I plan on doing on my YouTube channel. I plan to mix a little bit. So now I'm just designing these pants, really not thinking too much about it, wasn't really looking at any references here, just throwing this guy down. But I did have a lot of trouble in the morning. This was done in the evening, but in the morning when I was drawing this, I didn't have much luck. How should I say? I didn't have much luck with coming up with anything good in the morning, and that really upset me. But then in the evening, I got this guy out, and I was really satisfied. So yeah, just designing, and I can't wait to move on to the line art stage where we will see the most difference. Concept art and line art in manga are different. There are some of the different things that you're aiming for. While the theory behind them is the same, it is slightly different. So let's see what that'll look like. I'm just waiting because I don't know when it'll transition to the line art. I'm actually watching this video recording for the first time. I have no idea if there's any mistakes in here. You probably won't notice them. If they are, I definitely will. So here I'm just throwing in some grayscale. some simple grayscale to see what it'll look like once I put in the screen tone, which you will also see what it is. And okay, here we go now to the line art. So basically now I'm just doing a really clean version, neat version of what you saw before. Just experimenting here now, and the biggest difference is now that you're going to notice is that I'm shading a lot with my lines. So shading is not something you do a lot in concept art because you want everything you draw be very visible. We want to see the shapes, but in manga it's not so important. It's more about how beautiful can you draw the line art. So that's what I'm doing here. So really just trying to draw as beautiful as of a line art that I can, really making nice shadows with lines and using all the theory that that I acquired through the years of drawing manga, basically drawing this character out. But when it comes to manga though, I enjoy drawing traditionally a lot more than digitally. It's just so much easier to control the lines for me, and I feel like I get a much better, diversity in lines, and the lines just look much better in traditional works when it comes to manga. But I like how this guy turned out as well. Very tough character. So obviously the design is gonna change a little bit. I'm gonna add a little scarf thing that kind of comes out from his shoulder, if you see under the sketch. So again, shading in, and I love to shade in. This technique or style of shading, I really like it. Kind of reminds me of Western style, comic books. So I try to combine, the whole American way and manga, and create something that has the mixture of both. I love all mediums. Not mediums, I'm such a dumbass. I like all styles. Each style has something beautiful in it. So just basically now sketching out, adding in shadows for the muscles. And this process didn't take me that long. That was about the line art work was about an hour and a half. The actual sketch was like half an hour. The pose was another half an hour. I had a lot of trouble coming up with the pose. I mean, especially the neck area. This gave me quite a lot of trouble. But yeah, this like I said, it didn't take me that long. I think around 3 hours everything together. That's not that much. And another hour for the coloring, which you're gonna see later. I also did a colored version, so not just throwing in an American flag. And this is a really American-like soldier. Think of him like a hardcore American. At home he's got flags everywhere. Really into the entire culture of I don't know how you would call it, but there are these extremists in America who worship it, and that's totally fine. I don't mind at all. I actually think that's kind of cool that some people have that sort of love for country, I guess. But yeah, this guy's sort of like that, except plus being an actual U.S. Marine. Of course, I wouldn't know anything about army or whatever, so obviously when you're looking at this it might be a little bit unrealistic, because at first I want this guy to be FBI, but it doesn't really make any sense an FBI agent flashing out his shoulder like that, because they're more investigators. It has a lot more sense in a more army-like environment, so that's why I went for an army dude, a soldier. Just throwing in these boots. I really like how the boots came out. I got these. That was basically a happy accident. These metal shields were a happy accident, but they look really nice. And really, if you ever thought that maybe you're not improving or something like that, I can tell you that you're definitely improving, and I'm the proof. I remember when I started this YouTube channel 8 months ago, I was so much slower. Now this little line art, it's like nothing. I do it so fast, and it's it's very, very motivating to see improvement like that. So here I'm now throwing in screen tone. If you watch manga, read manga, you can see that the screen tone is used a lot. It's basically a sticker that is like a see-through sticker that has a bunch of dots. A lot of bunch of dots. I said that, everyone. I said that. Quote me on that. It has a bunch of these dots that create a grayscale-like texture. So I didn't show you how I finished the grayscale thing, but I am gonna show you how I colored everything after I was finished with the screen tone. I'm now just adding colors. So this is another thing you can do, you know, with the line art. You have the options of just leaving it black and white, or you can color it in. So, you know, it's a really nice little options that you got with line art. That's what I really like about comic book drawing or a manga drawing, that you can always color in the line arts and it will look good. And like I said before, I'm thinking of actually painting this guy in, but we'll see. So here I'm now just throwing in some of this American flag colors, blue, red and white. The pants are gonna get changed to green. I think it's gonna look a lot better. I'm just trying to adjust the skin. I didn't like how it turned out, so here I was looking for the correct color. I really like this dark, almost more Mexican-like look, you know, and I thought that was pretty cool. So I just threw in some basic shadows, but not trying too hard, you know, not trying to shade it too hard. But you can see on the left side how it looks like in black and white, just you know, a lot of screen tone, and here I'm just now adding in color. And it's very easy to convert this line art now from a line art to a digital painting because it's very tight. So just adding some more light and throwing in the name, playing around a little bit with the name, trying to somehow make it look somewhat cool, the name. And here we are, that's it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I guess I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Entertainment design, which is video games, movies, theme parks, whatever. Basically, we just take whatever already exists and add some entertainment